Hello everyone, I'm glad to see you on my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna continue working on our countries app. Uh, if you haven't seen the previous videos here or here, where I don't know, kind of a mess, somewhere up, I'm gonna have the link to the previous episode, so take a look. But today we're gonna continue working with our details page for each country. For this, we need to implement routing, kind of the way, some components to render our country by ID, and we're gonna take care of styles for this, for sure. So take a seat, grab a cup of coffee or tea, what you prefer. Do not forget to subscribe because a big amount of people not subscribed, but still watching the videos. It really helps me. And leave a comment, press the like button, and do not forget about notifications. So for you, it's a bell to click on, uh, and you get a reminder once my video live. So see you in few seconds. So the first our steps gonna be to create details page, and also we're gonna do different small fixes just to make our app a bit better. But to start working with, we gonna need to use to do several things. To go on details page, we're gonna add the link for this, and for this purposes, we're gonna use a famous a attribute, and inside href we put URL plus slash and our country ID, and by this we're gonna be able to move on details page. Also inside components, we're gonna create a special component with ID in square brackets, and that means that we're gonna read it at some point of time, and then using our countries list, we're gonna retrieve the list of countries and grab the countries that we need. This is here, details page, and right now we should be able to move some country. As you can see, here we have 3. Not sure why we have this error right now, but we'll figure out. And as you can see, once we reload the page, there's no link on our logo. Also, we do not retrieve the list of countries here, and that's the issue that we need fixed. But in other things, we have our ID here. So let's make our logo clickable. For this, we need also to add here a link, and here we go to base URL. So we should be able to move back and get the list. Also on this page, once we reload it, we do not get any countries. We do not get them, but we need it. For this thing, we need to do small refactoring, and we need to go to countries. Here we have a sync function get. This thing we're gonna export, and then we move to layout, and here in the list, what is it? We need to grab these countries and just download it. Not download it, but to do a request. And we need to import get countries and countries from store countries.ts. Yes. This is correct. And we grab these things when we do a call to retrieve a list, and we put it directly here. By this, on each page, we're gonna be able to do a call to get a list of countries. So it doesn't matter on which page we are. So we can do it. And country svetle, get country snow. Okay. We're good with this. Let's move forward and start working with our details page. So we're gonna need a few things here. First of all, let's define script and details thing. We're gonna need an ID to variable to understand on which country we are. So by ID, we're gonna be able to get it and to see on which page and get the countries that we need. Then we need variable to save the selected country. By default, it's gonna be null. Also, what I wanted to do is to adjust a few things, but we'll do it later. And to get the ID from URL, I'm gonna use a special thing that we have in Svelte. For this, I need to do an import and import page from app stores. And this page contains different things: our current URL, parameters, status, error, and as you can see, it's readable, so we can subscribe to it and get all this information when we want. So for these purposes, we're doing a subscribe, and here we're gonna have some result that we need. And simply, we're gonna do ID equal to p params, and in params we're gonna have an ID. Let me show you what we're gonna have in page. Console log p. What is wrong with you? Why are you arguing with me? Oh, I forgot to add something. It's probably layout slot I have here. Yeah, we're good. What I forgot to add, I don't remember. What else do I need? Not found, not found. It's because okay. The thing that we see in this error is because I added uh, in components, but actually we need to have it in rows. And right now, as you can see, we do not see an error. We have all the details. And in our URL, in our page, we see different stuff. So almost the same as when we have location in window. Stuff not sure what gonna be this, but the most important is that we have params here, and also here we have our ID, and that's what we need here. But pay attention that here you have it as a string, but we need as a number. So for these purposes, I'm gonna put number and do it in this way. Also, we can do just put plus before it, but I prefer to do it more visible. So it's the one thing. And another one that we need to do here is to get our country by ID from our list. For this, we're gonna do the same thing almost as on countries. So we're gonna have here a new variable, cons or let make it let country unsubscribe scribe equal to. We need countries here, and we just subscribing here. Also, we're gonna have here countries list, and then we're just gonna check if ID is here. We're gonna do selected country equal to countries list, and then we're using find to get the element by ID. And once country.id equal to ID, we're gonna have it here. And of course, do not forget to on destroy event to unsubscribe. For this, we just need to call our country unsubscribe. So we wanna have memory leak. What we have here? It's because this thing is not working properly for me. Should be like that probably. Yeah, that's good. Here we reload the page. We find. Okay. We're good. And right now in our selected country, we have a thing with which we can work. Here it is. Also, we have here a back button. So for these purposes, let's start working. Also, I want to put here an if statement. If we have selected country, then we need to show it. If no, just do not show anything. Like that. And first our tag gonna be section with class container, some padding on left and right side. Also, we need to remove this padding when we have a smaller screen than laptop. So we need to have it as 0. We're gonna center this element on the center of our screen, and we're gonna define that max width of our screen is gonna be 1280 pixels, as if I'm not wrong. It should be something like that. We should have everything in the middle. Yep. The same thing as for our header. Also, let's start working with our button. And here we should have one and back inside of it. Also, we need to have icon here. How it's looking like that. So for icon, we simply need to have some classes, not this. We need to have, what is it? Long arrow, alt, left. Okay, we're facing some problems with font awesome, I believe. Yeah, because here our layout, but why we not having it? Style global, everything should be fine. Long. I forgot to add this in. Should be good. Yeah, arrow back is here. And after reload, our screen not looking good. For this, we need to move from our index, I believe. Set index. Yeah, from our index, this thing to layout. Okay, within this error, for this also we have svelte on mount thing, and on mount is one of the life cycles, the same as on destroy, but working in a bit another way. So if you just trying to use something from window, it's not possible because you're getting an error here. How to do it? You need to use on mount lifecycle, and that means once our DOM rendered for our components, that means also we have everything for our window. So we're able to use such things as local storage and etc. Simply by that, we just put our life cycle here. We should be good with local storage. Yep, local storage is here. So as you can see, such small fixes, but our app already is working better. Also, I notice here that we 2 times retrieving all. I'm gonna take a look on this bit a bit later. So let's continue with our details page, because right now we have only back button. That's not enough for sure. So what is next? We need to define some classes for our button. For this, I believe there's some small shadow. Yeah, we have a shadow here. We're gonna use standard class from Tailwind. Let's put some weight, 8 width. Oh, I'm sorry. Nice. Round it to have border radius. Round it and to have our dark light color when them is dark, we need to have this and some margin. And much better, we just need to add to increase font size and add a margin for our icon. So for this, we're gonna do margin right 3 and we make it as inline block. And also here for our Yeah, looks good for me. Also, we need to make sure that we're gonna back. So for these purposes, I'm really sorry. Can't do nothing with it. We're gonna use something called an event on click. And here I'm gonna show you one thing, how we also can go back. We're gonna use go to function. We need to import it. Uh, go to from app navigation, navigation, navigation. Should be like that. And in go-to, we need to provide an URL, and then it's gotta be base URL. Here, here. Yes, seems okay for me. Uh, okay, we got countries selected. Also, let's take a look. So the next our step is gonna be to define a container for our details page. We're gonna use flex call when it's on small screen, and when it's higher than small, we're gonna use flex row here. Also, we need to justify between and items center. This way, we're gonna have two columns. We see here the design. So in one column, we're gonna have flag. In another, we're gonna have details information. Then we're gonna put two divs here, one for image. It's gonna be I don't need class for image, I think. Uh, and on the small screen, we need to have a full screen image, obvious. And this is how it looks on small. So for these purposes, we define here that it's gonna be width full. And once the width more than full, we're gonna do half of our screen. And on small, upper than small, we need margin bottom 0. And once it's less than small, margin bottom 12, let's put. And here we're gonna use our image source, and here we provide, what is it? Selected country image, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. And if we change it to 3, for example, yep, we have another one. And here in alternative, we just put selected country and its native name. And for our details, what we're gonna do with it? A lot of information should be in this screen. So we need to have, what is it, H2. And here we're gonna have selected country native name. Looks like that. Well, but and why it's because we do not put some widths for our container. So let's fix it. So it's gonna be class width full on a mobile device, and once it's bigger, we just put width like that. So in this case, it's close to each other. Also for H2, we need to provide text size and some margin bottom. A lot of markup is coming. And for what? How it should look? Here we should have two columns. One sit on big screen and one sit on small. It should be one column. And also here we have some kind of separator margin between them. So that means that we need to split this information into two columns. And this is gonna be div column multiplied 2. Okay, that's good one. And also I forgot to put it in this way. We need to have one column container and then div with class column multiplied by 2. Yep, that's better. Here then for each row in our details we're gonna have p tag, and we need also a span to be able to do this one bold and this not. So we need this span tag in which we're gonna have font weight bold, and the first one item native name gonna be here, and here we have, it's not native name, or it's Belgium. With the strange what we're getting here. Belgium. Is it somewhere here? Let's take a look. JSON formatter. I believe we can use something like that. Process. Takes some time before, because here we have a lot of Belgium. Where is it? Why not showing me? No, don't like you. JSON, who you are. Format. Belgium. Okay, it's here. It's not clear. Here I have a bunch of native names. So which of those I should be using? I don't know. And because I don't know, we're gonna use here native name. The same thing. Okay, did the first one. What else do we have here? Population, region, sub-region, Europe. Okay, so one by one. Population. It's the same thing. Here we're just changing population. Here we also do the same. Then we have region and sub-region. 2, region, sub-region. Should be good. Okay, see that we need to add here at least small padding, not padding, margin in each p tag. For this, let's do like that. Class b3. Check it. Yep. Similar, but we need here to have some more spaces. Yeah. And font size looks a bit not correct, but we're gonna subregion undefined. Why it's undefined? Well, layout is here. Because subregion we have like this, so should be good to go. Subregion undefined for Netherlands. Let's check for Albania. Also, why it's working like that? Subregion, country, subregion. Let's print it here. I don't know. Console log selected country. Subregion undefined because of something. Do we have here subregion? Sweden sub-region. Yeah. Okay, because here we have in this way. So it's mapping not correct. Let's have it then in the same way as we had there. There are no sub-region, so we're gonna be good if we change it here. And we should be fine on details page. Yep. It's here for Sweden. It's also here. And I see that we working with population. Let's change it to how I did this here to locale string. For these purposes, we change it for each country. To locale string. And then in countries, we don't need to have it here. And also in our case, population should be good. Yeah, we are good with it. So the next thing, capital. Also the easy one. Later on it might be a bit difficult, capital, and also here the same thing. Okay, Stockholm, we good with it. And we moving forward to the next column. And that's gonna be the trickiest part. So first thing that we need to do is top level domain. Let's see what we have here. It's top level domain and it's just array. That means that we need to have for each for TLD. Let's copy that thing. Margin bottom, yep, we need it. Top level domain gonna be, and then we're gonna put here each, and inside of it we just have it as TLD, and here TLD, and each selected country TLD as TLD. We need to search for it, and that's good in this case because they're just one item, but there might be even the case that we have several. or just 0 of them. For this thing, we need what to do. And also we have here a comma separator. So if it's more than 2, we need to have index. And here we're gonna have another span. And why actually do I need span here? Not sure. So we're gonna use here if, and then if our index not equal to selected country tld length -1, then we if it's not equal, then we do in this way. We just put comma inside of it, and I don't need to have such part. Should be good. We're gonna check out this logic on languages or borders on currencies. Actually, let me Portugal, there was just one. For some country, do we have it? I've seen some of these, and this is, what is it? South Korea. Is it somewhere here in the list? South Korea. And the thing that we have space before, but not after. If we do in this way, no space even after, nothing. Let's put then, what's gonna be if we put each thing in span? Okay, yeah, we have space after comma. So this is working good. The next item in our list, currencies. Oh boy, this might be a bit more difficult because for currencies we have it a bit strange list here. Currencies, so it's kind of object, not an array, and it's a bit more difficult, but we still need to use each in this case. So it's gonna be tough. Currencies here, and each is good for us, but we're gonna do here object keys, and inside of it we put currencies like that, and as key, and then we still have span. We need if here. So this one thing is gonna be selected country currencies key, and we need name to use for it. So that means here we have name. Let's do in this way, like that. It's more structured, I would say. And here we need to redo this logic if selected country currencies, and here object keys one more time. length -1. Yep, we're good. And the next item, and why it's in one column, because I forgot to add here that we need to have it as grid, and on large screen it's gonna be 2 columns, and on small it's gonna be 1, and we need to do margin bottom here. Okay, so right now it's 2 columns, and once we change it become, and also here in column 1 we need to have a margin bottom, I don't know, 12, and once it's that, actually large, we're gonna put margin bottom 0. So here we have this margin, and let's do it bigger, 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 bigger. Yep, we're okay right now. And the next thing, it's gonna be languages. Sorry for font. Languages, and it's done here in the same way, but almost the same thing as here. But languages, languages like that. We do not have name property. Korean. Okay, what for Sweden? Swedish. Albania. Languages. Okay, what is the country name for this? I just want to check the behavior for name Vanilla. Okay, Vanuatu. Yeah, there are multiple languages, but again, something strange with okay, it's because we doing here in this way. Yep, it's better now. So, okay, let's keep it as it is. Vanuatu. And the last step here, it's borders. Borders undefined, it could be, but it's not our way to deal with things. Borders, okay, 2 of them, that's fine. And these borders not in our list of things, so we need, here we have margin, it's another item here, so it's gonna be also p, here we define span, and the same thing, font bold and margin bottom, let's set here, border, what is it, what was the name, border countries, close span tag, and then we also need to check the case if there are no countries, if selected country borders, is it the right name? Layout borders, yep. And selected country borders length bigger than 0. Then we need to print this in. Do not forget to close tags. And then we have each. And is it array? Yeah, it's an array, so we can copy this in, and there we do not need to have comma or something. We just remove this, and it's gonna be without if statement. Let's move it like that. So it's borders, 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 border here. We just gonna print it here. Finnor. But here we have the full name, but I do not want to spend time on it. I'm not sure what is gonna be the best way it's to do another request to show the full name, but it's strange, so I'm gonna just keep and insert it. So do not want to bother and spend time on it. Here we need class, some padding. Also, we need to have the same thing as we did for this button. So it's dark, dark, light, rounded, I believe. Rounded, rounded, rounded. This we have margin from left and right, and shadow. Is it rounded or no? Yeah, just a bit. The padding looks a bit small. We need to have it bigger. On left, right side. Yep, this looks okay for me. So we mainly done with our details page. So it looks like that. If we open United Kingdom, only Ireland there in the list, and I'm not sure, maybe I need to make this border a bit smaller. Margin bottom 8. Let's put also 8 here and here the same way to have them kind of the same margin between all these things. And on bigger screens, it looks like this. So I'm pretty happy with it. Also, there are some things that we need to fix with dark white mode. Look what else we can fix. So first thing that we're gonna do is we gonna add one new thing here. So it's gonna be them colors white, like this. This is white. And here we're gonna use colors. And we need to define it here. Colors equal to require, and we're gonna grab them from Tailwind CSS slash colors. And here it's gonna be white. I forgot about comma. And the issue that I'm seeing right now that when we have white mode, this thing is not white. There might be more. Black, white, back look okay for me. This is fine, so only header. And for this we going to layout. Here I have actually background white. Shadow, small one. This looks a bit more better. And here also shadow appears. Okay. And how to prevent this thing that we doing 2 times download? Not sure. Cancel log. We don't need it anymore. ID. Yep. Maybe we need to do get countries in index just to get them once. I don't want to have them multiple times. Let's check how it's gonna work. Not sure, really. Here we have it. Gonna back. Oh, actually, we're doing this multiple times here. So we're doing this each time once we're back. So this is a bad candidate. But how? Why we're actually doing this multiple times? Maybe I should. Yeah, I know the way. Probably. So we're gonna do countries. So here in layout, it's not gonna be possible to undestroy it. So I want to have some pre-check. How to do this? How to do this? Is it probably no on destroy, or it is here? So we're gonna do a const countries unsubscribe equal to countries subscribe list, and if list dot length equal to 0, then we're gonna do get countries. Let's check how it goes. So here we have 1, 1, and no more. Yep, it works just fine. And here, am I missing something? No, get countries, and here one after another one. So we're getting countries just once. Here, switching mode, something wrong on thin, some dark, or no. Let me try to remove it. Have it here as this, remove here. We do not need an on mount. How we're gonna do this? Can I use styles? Dark class. How to do it? So I'm gonna try at least to have it like that. here. So once if dark, then we should have 2. This we remove this. Dark dot fuzz and dark var. And here class, I'm gonna try this thin. Dark mode. Just gonna try to do it in this way. And still, if no dark mode, then display none. Okay, font. So maybe I mess up here. Moon. They did something with font. Oh, not font moon. They need is it gonna work in this way? It's working fine. Always the same. Yes. Yep, we're good. Just this small adjustment gonna fix the change. And here is details page and border country. Need to have margin. They have margin here. What is wrong with you? It's not enough. It's because it's span block. Yes, and it's a bit over that we need. Let's have it as 3. Yep. Okay. So thank you everyone. We did what we planned. So details page is here. We did a few adjustments to make our website better. So I think we good to go and start working with something new. So there I want to do a few topics on different CSS properties. It's gonna be short videos with some my explanation and how I see it. And then we start working on something new. Still need to define what it's gonna be. So thank you everyone. Do not forget to subscribe, press the like button, leave a comment, and do not forget about the bell. So to keep up once my video life. Have a good day. See you soon.